friends. Today I am doing my final TBR for the month of March, and that is for the Irish Readathon. Yay! Now, first of all, let us just take a moment to admire my teeny tiny little beer mug that really is pretty teeny tiny. It doesn't even fit a whole beer in it. Also, my fun dress that I just got. It's very tacky and I love it. So, anyway, you're not here to talk about my beer or my shirt. Let's talk about some books. Okay, so the Irish Readathon is hosted by Elaine Hallen, Leanne Rose, and Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing. And I will leave all of their channels down below, of course. And I really enjoy this readathon. I found out about it last year. I really wanted to participate this year, and I wanted to incorporate it into my middle grade March, and yeah, possibly my March Mystery Madness. So I have a couple of books that will fit those prompts or those readathons, and yeah, this will be a fast one because I think I only have 3 or 4 books. So so let's get into the prompts. So the very first prompt is easy peasy. It is a book with green on the cover. And for this one, I chose one that I can also use for middle grade March, and that is Under the Hawthorn Tree. I was going to read this last March and just for some reason didn't get around to it. I think I had a hard time finding it. My library actually doesn't have it, but Scribd has a ebook copy of it. So and it seems like it's pretty short. I think even my ebook copy, it looks like it's only like 190 some pages. So it'll be a quick read, I'm sure. But it also discusses children in the midst of the Irish famine. So it's going to be a pretty heavy read. So I think I'm going to try to read this one as one of my first reads in March, just to give me the opportunity to kind of recover from the sadness that is most likely going to be very prevalent in this book. The next prompt is to read a book that was published between the years of 2018 to 2020. And for this one, I decided to go with Akin by Emma Donoghue. I have wanted to read The Wonder by Emma Donoghue for a while now, and again, just have not picked it up yet for some reason. But that one does not fit in within this category. So I forget when that one was published, but Akin is Emma Donoghue's newest novel. I think it said it was published in September of 2019 on Goodreads. So I don't know much about this book, honestly. I do know it is set in New York, and it involves a man who is tasked with taking on guardianship of his nephew. So that's really all I know about it at this point. And it's not, as far as I read on Goodreads, it's not set in Ireland, but it is written by an Irish author. So that works for that. The next prompt is to read an Irish book that has won awards. And for this one, I chose Under the Hawthorn Tree again because, let me look on my phone, it won in 1991. It won the IRA Children's and Young Adults Book Award for Older Reader category. So that makes me think that maybe this isn't middle grade. The next prompt is to read a book by an Irish author that is part of the LGBTQ plus community. And I had to do some digging on this, but I did find out that Emma Donoghue is part of that community. So I am going to just go with Akin again, and actually if I can fit it in this month, which might be a struggle with my plans, but if I can fit it in, I am going to try to read The Wonder because I've really wanted to read that one for a while now. And the last official prompt is to read a book that is under 150 pages. So for this one, I decided to go with this W.B. Yeats Poetry and Plays collection. I'm not planning on reading this whole book. The whole book is over 150 pages, but it's still pretty skinny. But I plan to read one of the two or three plays that I believe is in here, and possibly I might try to read like a poem a day by Yeats. I'm not a big poetry fan, but I know I've read some poetry by Yeats before, probably in college, and yeah, and I would just like to see if my my ideas about poetry have changed since my college days, um, and also what what his plays are like. I'm interested to at least sample one. So that is my plans for that prompt. I actually have one additional book that I bought from a library book sale last year, and it is written by an Irish author and set in Ireland. And that is the Irish Country series by Patrick Taylor. And Patrick Taylor is an Irish author. This one that I have, the Irish Country Christmas, is actually the third in the series. So, and I don't think it's actually this big. Look, I got the large print version, so it's probably going to be a fairly quick read. But I think I'm going to just try this one at least, and if I feel like I need to go back and read them in order, then I will just stop reading this one, put this one on hold, and read the first in the series, which I believe is called The Irish Country Doctor, and then work my way up to the third book in the series. But this is actually, it looks like from Goodreads, this is a fairly long running series. So if I like them, this might be another series to put on my series list that I want to complete. So that is my Irish Readathon TBR for the month of March. I am hoping that I can get through all of those, considering there's only 4 of them. But my plans are rather extensive for the month of March. I am low key trying to get through 31 books in the month of March. I don't know if that's actually going to happen because I'm actually also participating in March of the Mammoths. I'm going to try to read Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett, which I also have, but I didn't bring it up here to film. So, yeah, I have, but I want to try to read like a ton of middle grade this March and a ton of mysteries this month. So I am going to try my hardest to do 31 books in a month. I'm going to need a lot more of this, but probably not too much of this because then I won't be able to read. So drink responsibly, kids. But so yes, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this and my little tangenty thing about the month of March. And I will be vlogging throughout the month of March. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little TBR for the Irish Readathon, and I hope you will join me in the month of March to see all the shenanigans I get up to for the Irish Readathon, March of the Mammoths, Middle Grade March, and March Mystery Madness. So 4 readathons in the month of March. Why is everything happening in March? I'm going to be tired. All right, friends, I'm going to go finish this flat beer, and I will talk to you later. Cheers.